you eating some carrots.
Yes.
Are these coming from your farm?
They're coming from the farm.
Okay.
Organically grown. Yeah, no fertilizer.
Can I try them?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a knife. You can peel them off.
Okay.
But yeah, carrot are from the farm. The green peppers, the tomato, and they're very yummy. Yummy because it's organically grown.
So they look really healthy. How do you do them?
Yeah, they taste nice. They taste yummy. They look healthy. Just because it's because of what we give them, or as I said, it's organically grown. So we make compost out of our animals' wastes and dead materials, like brown materials and green materials. So and animal waste has a lot of nutrients when it comes to plants, nitrogen and all that. So we plant our seeds and we feed the soil with the compost. So when the soil is healthy, your crops are also healthy. So that's why they look like that and they're yummy, because it's natural.
Amazing. So you talked about organic manure. Are you only doing are you doing the organic manure alone? And how is it the process like? How are you doing it? How long does it take for you to do them? And how much are you putting into that? And are they the only things that you're doing here, or the other things that you're also doing so that people can get to know?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we do animals. We do pigs. We do cattle. We have dogs, but the dogs are just keeping the the house security. The dogs are for security, but the pigs and the cattle is for business purposes. So one way we make out of the pigs, and I can say one way we make profits or we make an outcome out of the animals is using the manure, because there's a high cost of feed, and so I cannot say we are not making much, but for us to maximize our outcome, we have realized we need to make use of the manure.
Yep.
And one way to use it is to transform it into compost. So we can use it directly. We can take the manure and put into the farm, but we just get the vegetables. But we want to make more profit out of it. So we take the manure, we take it down to the farm, and it is a process. We call it compost making. So we look for dead materials. Everything you see here in the garden for us is useful.
So useful. Even the trees.
Yeah, you see the
flowers.
Everything. Anything that is a natural material right here. I mean, we say we don't harvest money out of trees, meaning the trees leaves are not money, but it can be turned into money. Yes, it is. It depends on how you view it and what you make out of it.
Okay.
Right, and so and people burn it, and sometimes when I see people burn it, I'm like, wow, this is money being burnt. So we collect the materials, and then we mix with our animals' manure, and we do it layer by layer. It's a whole process. You have to learn it. But yeah, we do layer by layer, and then 4 days later we turn it, and we also go with heat. It depends on how hot it is.
Okay.
So it's a science thing. But then we turn. It's a pile like 2 meters square. It depends on how big. It can be 2 meters square or 1.5 meters square, and 2 meter high or 1.5 meter high. So you turn the pile each week for 7 weeks, and then it becomes like dirt. Like
so
you get to see it.
So you're using dirt.
Yeah.
To grow your vegetables.
Crops. Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And people, they say, I cannot touch date. I'm smart,
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, yeah. You
And
know.
that's what you're doing to make money.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
making a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
are you only doing the clubs? Because I've heard a few minutes ago there were some cows and everything. Is
Yeah.
it from the same farm?
Yeah, yeah. The pigs and the cows. We do, yeah, pigs farm. I mean, pigs, cows, bananas. We do lettuce, carrots. Yeah, bananas. Like the compost, we also apply it to bananas. And people have bought our bananas, and they keep asking, but we don't have it right now.
Yeah.
But people want it because there's just something about nature. The way you treat the nature, that's how it will treat you.
Wow.
Yeah, you get what you give. And so it is natural, it's beautiful, it's tasty, it's sweet. Yeah, it's really sweet bananas. And not just sweet for being sweet, it's just tasting different.
Yeah.
And people have said it. It's not me trying to say it and make it nice, but people have said it. People buy it and they're like, do you have more? Because I've finished the bunch that I bought from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just tasty because it's naturally grown. Yeah.
So you're doing this not just to feed yourself, but you're doing it to do business. And how is that process look like when you're trying to advertise and sell your products, your animals, your crops and everything? How is the market responding here in Malawi? Like, is it fair? How would you explain the market in Malawi for these things that you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think anything to succeed, you need to put effort into it. You need to work. It's work, right? So nothing will happen out of nothing. And so marketing is a real lot of work. You have to find people out there. You have to market your produce. You have to convince them that your product is better than what is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it is a process. It is a work. One of the challenges that we've had is, we are used to getting things cheap, but the reality is that nothing is cheap. I mean, cheap things are cheap. Yeah, I mean, if you go and eat cheap food and, like food that is not properly cooked or is not healthy, you also have health issues.
Yeah.
You get sick. But if you want to be fit and you want to be healthy, you have to also put in a lot. And so, the challenge we have is that people want pigs or piglets for cheap price. But the reality is the cost of feeding them is so expensive. One pig can go up to 1.5 years before you sell it. So imagine, more than 12 months, more than 365 days feeding an animal every day, and not even once a day, twice a day.
Sometimes 3 times.
Yeah, sometimes 3 times, sometimes 3 times. And so somebody shows up and what they want is the pig. What they want is they want to buy the animal, or what they want is the vegetable.
Yeah.
But they're not thinking how you went through to get that pig to that size and to
They don't calculate the process.
No,
How
they don't.
much it has costed you, the energy,
They don't care
the
about it, really.
materials, the time and everything.
No, what they want is the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bite.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
like cheap.
yeah, exactly. And what I'm thinking is how much it took me to get there. So I want to sell it at a fair price, a win-win deal. But then, I need to make at least out of what I have invested. And so our animals are healthy. They are, as I said, for the vegetables, they are really nice. People have eaten and they've appreciated.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah.